to Entry Point Virtual Church. We are glad that you've joined us today.
When I move out one day, my mom will be very sad.
I feel my mom's love in my heart, like it's right here. I'm feeling it right now.
Sometimes I love her, sometimes I don't. But when I'm angry, I don't.
My mom is everything to me. She just is this ray of energy and sunlight and positivity.
The thing that I wish I could have done more of is thanking her.
Didn't matter what shape I was in, I could always come home to Mom. My mom was basically the glue that held me together.
When I left the Philippines, I knew that my son will be in good hands because I know my mom will take care of him.
My mom is kind of smart, she's not that smart. If I would say like 1 to 10, it would be a 5.
Maybe my poor dad got the raw end of the deal, but I do remember my mother saying to him when there was an argument about something I'd done, she says, "You don't want to hurt her spirit." I remember that.
My mom was diagnosed with a really rare disease about 12 hours before she died. So we didn't get a lot of time to talk or to say goodbye, but she did get to say that she loved me, which were her last words. And I cherish that because I've been able to hang on to it.
I'm probably gonna say to my mom, "You're a wonderful person. And you're my mentor." I tie an invisible string to my heart, and she ties the same one to her heart, and it's always attached together.
Hey Chelsea, if moms got paid, how much do you think they should get paid in a year for being a mom?
Maybe $100.
Happy Mother's Day. Today, we are going to tell the truth about being a real mom. No perfect stereotypes, no sitcom superhero mothers, just real stories and the real journey of motherhood from people who are connected to our faith community. As we celebrate Mother's Day today, we also honor those who are not biologically connected to their children, but who are clearly mothers in every sense of the word. They are women and men who have helped to guide, nurture, and love children. Thank you to each one of you who have done that job. Let's listen to some of the real moms from Entry Point.
I have 2 children, Jonah, who just turned 22, and Ellie, who just turned 19. So I have been through the teen years, and well, we're almost empty nesters. Actually, Jonah is moving to Boston this summer with a new job. Probably the most surprising thing about motherhood was just the unconditional love that you have for this little human being the minute he or she is born. I think I was surprised about how that love was just all-encompassing, even through some of the hardest parts, temper tantrums. I remember when Jonah is our firstborn, and he was really easy, and thinking, I can't believe these kids that have temper tantrums. And then, God shined his light and gave us Ellie, which the big joke was she was the queen of temper tantrums, and then I totally had empathy for those. Comparison is the thief of joy. So one moment you may be having the best time and your child of your friends having a temper tantrum, and there's no judgment. It just is. I think sometimes the hardest thing about being the mom is just being tired. And the mom. Where's my backpack? What's for dinner? I hate that question. What's for dinner? When will we be there? And why do I have to do this? The role of the mother for me has always been to be a safe place for my children, to be their safe haven so that they can grow and become the person that they were meant to be. And Sam and I have been so fortunate with both Jonah and Ellie. We have learned so much from them on a daily basis. Even when they were little kids, like Ellie, my 19-year-old, just lives in the moment, and the joy that she has is so real and fun. Jonah, our oldest, is a deep thinker, and I believe he was like 4 or 5 and came to Sam and was like, so why are we here? Sam's like, well, we're just at home. And he's like, no, really, why are we here? And he had such big questions at such a young age, and still does as an adult. I have been so blessed with both of these children, and now they've become these adults that, it just gets better. They're great peers and friends of mine. And I love being with Jonah and Ellie, and I feel very privileged to have been their safe haven.
Yeah, they used to ride their bicycles over to the golf course and buy candy bars that I didn't know about, and they rode their bicycles to McDonald's and got lunch, which you find out things like that, many years later, things they've done. Beth was driving her and a neighbor boy to school one day, and it was a snowy, slick day, and I'm at work, and she calls me and she says, "Oh, Mom, you'd be so proud of me." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes." She said, "I missed the pole." I said, "You missed the pole?" She said, "Yes. David Pruitt and I are on our way to school, and it's slick, and I slid off the road, and the car is in the ditch, but we missed the pole. So we're going to get out, and we're going to walk back home." So she said, "You got to call in and tell him I'm sick and I won't be at school today." So David's mom was gone, but we got one of the girls at the office to be David's mom and call in David being sick and call in Beth being sick so that she could be at home and to see that the tow truck got her car out of the ditch. I ended up with 8 kids because I was the only mom that didn't work on Wednesday. And every other mom had to work that day. And somehow that ended up being my day to have 8 kids. We all belonged to the Jordan Wine, so we went to the pool. I took them to the pool every time. And then we go to the bagel shop and get bagels in Nora. And then sometimes the grocery store, and I got all kinds of people looking at me at the grocery store with these 8 kids following me through the grocery store, doing my shopping, because they were just like stair steps. They all could have been brothers and sisters. And back then you didn't have seat belts, and I had a big car, so you just piled the kids in the car and off you went. It was wonderful. She was so tiny. She was delivered early. She was so bundled up, you really didn't know that she had a baby in there. 3 or 4 hours I probably got to hold her while we were in the room with Beth, and they were taking care of Beth and doing things. Relax and enjoy the moment. Just relax and have a good time with your kids and go and play and plan fun things.
Happy Mother's Day. Please join me in prayer. God of all gifts, giver of grace, higher power of the universe, thank you for the gift of motherhood, the beauty of life and nature where all love begins, a forever bond. Thank you for the strong bond that moves mountains in times of need, unbreakable by distance or time. We all share this relationship. It is an essential part of everything, giving life to all in our world. It has the ability to grow and expand beyond our wildest dreams, a process of progress, not perfection. The definitions are endless, bringing depth, meaning, and power together. The power can transcend our soul to go beyond what we thought we knew about healing. It's magical. For many of us, being a mother is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to be your assistant God in creating a miracle, a true wonderment growing inside. It comes in many forms. It is pure love, unconditional love, living forever and always in our heart. Thank you for motherhood. We are grateful. Amen.
I keep coming up with the word cherish. To me, that means it's more than just loving. It's loving with a warm and gracious heart. Not just loving your child, but guiding your child and always putting your child as the safety and the security of your child first. Being a parent also means helping that child with their homework, making sure they write their thank you notes, and being respectful and kind. But they have to start with being cherished. I fell instantly in love with both my daughters and with all my grandchildren. Every time a new one came along, it was great to fall in love all over again. And they're each so precious in their own ways, and there are different things about each one of them that I admire and love and cherish. We started a tradition a few years ago with our two, at the time, oldest grandsons. They were about 4 and 6, and we decided to have what we called grandchild extravaganza around Christmas time. And it entailed having the parents drop the kids off. They weren't allowed to stay. We started by building little gingerbread houses, and I had looked online to find out how to do it and decided that we would make them with graham crackers. It was a mess. Then I sent Jim out to get some boxes of milk, you know, the kind of boxes that we had when we were in grade school, so that we could stick the graham crackers on the box, which kind of looked a little bit like a gingerbread house. So that didn't work either. But it was okay. We had dinner, the kids spent the night, we had the parents for breakfast the next day, and quite honestly, we were glad to have the kids go the next day and glad to have their parents come and take them away. But it's become a tradition, and not only do we do the gingerbread houses and dinner and spend the night, we have a closet in our house where we have measured all of our grandkids on approximately the same time. Every December, they get a new mark for Jack or Charlie or Mary or Sam or Maricha or Aaron. And we're soon going to have our youngest one, Jamie, start on his path of getting measured.
There are not any necessarily easy days. My best friend's mother told me when I had my first daughter, in case you don't know, I have a 17-year-old and a 6-month-old. But when I had my first daughter, my best friend's mother told me that once you become a parent, you are tired for the rest of your life. And I don't think I got that at 21 when I had my oldest. But I do understand it now. It's a never-ending cycle. You're always going to worry about what they experience today. What, are they okay? Did they eat well? Did they, how are their grades? It's always something. So the best part I can say of motherhood is just the joy that you get after the day is over. Once everyone's, fed and they're in bed and you actually have a moment to breathe to yourself, that's when you can really take in all of the joys that come with motherhood. I can't say I've come across any easy days, but they're all worth it at the end of the day. Watching your children go through their trials. We all have to go through them, and we survive them, and our children will too. But it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch them, whether it's a physical pain where they fall and they scrape their knee, or, their first heartbreak, or, maybe they didn't accomplish the goal that they wanted to accomplish, or maybe they didn't get accepted into the college that they wanted to go to. Those are the moments that you dread as a parent. You want to shelter your children. You want them to be safe. You want them to feel protected, but you can't always protect them. You're not going to always be there. So we have to learn how to let those moments go and just let them happen and be there for them when they need us. Being a parent now, I have a different appreciation with this little one here than I did when I had my first. It's definitely different. She's saying hello and happy Mother's Day. I've definitely learned to pay more attention to the little things, the small details that I can't say that I missed when I had my first daughter. I think as we get older, we pay more attention to the simple things that we sometimes neglect when we have children younger in life. So I am really glad that I had the opportunity and the blessing to have this little bundle of joy right here.
Well, first of all, petrifying, and not for the reason you'd think. More, I just kept thinking that my own son, just a few months ago, could barely keep his dirty towels off the bathroom floor. So how is he going to take care of this young life? But mostly, there were 3 words, and I'm going to sound like every grandmother and every mother out there, but it was full of hope, just for what his life could be. It was joy for all the joy he had brought his parents, his grandparents, his uncles, his aunts, everybody in his family. It was that joy. And of course, love. To have something that you've only just met and you're just holding for the first time and be so full of love. It's the magic of a baby.
So, especially after the year we all just had, here's to all of the moms and mom figures. Thanks for all the teaching you had to do this year, for the endless meal preparations, for reducing the mountains of laundry, and for emotionally supporting your family. I leave you with my favorite image of what it means to really be a mother. Being a parent is like jumping out of a plane with a bunch of people who don't know how to open their own chutes. So you fly around doing it for them. Then you hit the ground, but you don't die. You get up and cook dinner. Happy Mother's Day. Amen.
Thanks, Mom.
Mom!
Now, smile. Mom, I got my license. Mom, I got into state. Mom, she said yes. Mom, it's a boy. Hey, Mom. I love you.
Thanks for watching our service today. Join us next Sunday at 10:30 at Conner Prairie. At that service, I will be talking about the things that we don't always see below the surface. Have a great week.